and he couldn't come to the call tonight.
Okay, well that's cool. Well, I see we are recording, and this is our Friday night Essence Team iClub Biz meeting for Friday night. Good Lord, it's already December 1st. I still can't figure out how we've gotten there already. Time is flying, I tell you.
Well, the moon kept going around the earth. That's how we got here.
It just keeps going, doesn't it? All right, guys. Well, I wanted to open this up as a discussion place here tonight. I really hope you guys will tell me a little bit more about what you guys have been doing to generate leads for yourselves with iClub. And, you know, I'm investigating some stuff right now that will take me a little bit of time to get through things and decide what I'm going to be using more and more of. But I'll just put it to you like this. I have databases of people, but they are not people that I've gone out and paid for leads. My database of people, which typically I've got around 1,000 people in that database, are people that I've been out here networking with and meeting for the last 15 years. So just know that a lot of what I personally do is because of the contacts I have, because of the database of people that I've already created, and the fact that Don and I are out here every week, meeting new people. And so those are the folks that we talk to and work on bringing into our iClub team. So you guys apparently are not choosing to go down that path, which is fine, but that just means that we probably can learn from you. And as I go into some different lead generation kind of directions myself, you know, hopefully I can share some more information as well. So I'm going to let you guys tell me what direction you want to take this discussion.
Well, myself, I just got into 2 new deals this is a multi-level marketing recruit on demand system.
Okay.
And what it is, this is done by telephone. This is a telephone style deal, and when you sign up with them, you get 100 leads, and they give you training and scripts to use to sell, to get in front of the client for like, for instance, let me see. It's still new to me, so you know it's like you got your 150, you got your 100 leads they give you, and you say something like you call up the phone and you prefer that you don't even really contact them, like you want to leave a message. But if you get a hold of them on the call, that's still fine. You just go right on into it. But you tell them that you was out on the internet and you ran across their website, and you have some questions that you'd like to ask them, and then you hang up. That's it. They're going to call you back. They're going to call you back because they think that you're wanting to sign up under them.
Right. Gotcha. So these are likely people that are already in a program?
Huh?
These are likely people that are already in a program?
Yes. All they're contacting is other multi-level marketers.
Ah, okay.
That's what I liked about it. I said, okay, you let me see it's working, Henry.
Well, but you got to recognize this one thing, is those are exactly the people that you could be talking to about iWebAtool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, iWebAtool is a valid product for any network marketer.
Well, so see, then there's a deal. Okay, when they call you back, you ask them if that that they're a multi-level marketer, and that you want to find out if they have if they're shopping for a new income stream, and then if they say yes, then you pitch the travel club. If they say no, then you say, well, would you like to,
Heck is that? Good Lord, Patrick's trying to get involved somewhere here.
Huh.
Patrick's trying to call through Messenger. Why isn't he on Zoom?
Hold on, I'll text it to him.
Yeah, and you're not on Zoom either. You're in Messenger. You're supposed to be on Zoom, honey.
No, I'll text it to him. I'll text it to him.
You gonna text it, Tom?
I think I can. Let me see.
Donald's gonna try to text it to you, because yeah, this is gonna get kind of crazy if I'm trying to run 2 videos here. All right.
okay, like if they, like I say, if they are open for making a change or adding more streams of income into their deal, then you talk to them about the travel club. If they know my plate's full, I can't do anything, then you say, well, would you like to find out how I found you and being able to get more leads for your multi-level marketing, and then you can sell them the multi-level marketing recruit on demand system.
I see. Okay.
And you get $15 when you sign them up. When anybody signs up, they pay $15 for it, and that's a one-time fee forever, you know.
I gotcha. Okay. And so the leads you're getting, they're really designed to be called, not emailed or texted. Is that correct?
No, these are they got a machine that they scan the internet just for multi-level marketers.
Gotcha. I know, but in terms of the leads that you're getting, they're recommending that you call these people. It's not about emailing anything, right?
No, I think you get an email address also. You get a name, a telephone number, and an email address. But the system is geared to work on the telephone.
Gotcha. That's what I was curious.
Because,
and you just started?
Because you're taught a bunch of different scripts that you can use for the business, and people are using this system for everybody. It don't matter what multi-level marketing it is, you can recruit for your multi-level marketing. And then their system is a back-end sale.
Right.
So,
right. I get that.
In other words, if you sold a travel club membership and one of those, you'd make $25.
I see. Okay. All right. And you just started using this system?
I haven't started using it. I just got it.
Just got it. Okay. So you're still, the jury's still out on what that does for you then, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. My idea, Shan, something you would like is I seen where I could start a Statesville meetup for travel, and there's already 50 people that are interested.
Really?
So why not start up a Statesville travel club meetup? Because there was 50 people already on there looking, and I guess they'll bring more people into it, so more and more people start helping. You know,
What 50 people are you talking about? Did you already set up a meetup and they were responding to it, or
These people are already looking for for a travel meetup group, and there wasn't one, and it was 50 people that are looking for a meetup group
How did
Yeah,
you get that
organized.
information?
on travel.
An organizer, yeah, an organizer and it was Statesville Travel Club, an organizer to set up for
Oh, so it sounds like there already was a meetup group and maybe they're looking for a new organizer for the group.
Yeah, I've seen them around here.
That's possible.
Because I don't know how you would know there were 50 people that were interested, because there's not usually that kind of information out there unless somebody had already set one up and then decided that they didn't want to do it. And so Meetup will send out emails to people in that area saying, you know, this meetup's getting ready to close down. We're looking for a new organizer. Do you want to be it? So is that what might be what you saw?
that could have been, yeah, something like that, but it just said like 50 people interested.
Huh.
If there was such a thing, is what I was thinking, but I don't know. I haven't known of any type of meetup for travel here in Statesville,
Well, that's
but
what they're doing. They're wanting one.
they're wanting one. That's what I was thinking. I don't know, Shan. And it's like $86 for the year, and it looks like they help generate, you know, people to bring to the group where more and more people could start grouping up and meeting. And what if you got the whole group doing this travel club thing?
Well, I mean, ideally, that's a very cool thing. And, you know, we've been telling you to investigate Meetup for quite a number of years now. And, you know, and I don't know. I mean, maybe they have a way for people to indicate interest. I've never seen that. So normally when I go to meetup.com and I'm just looking for local, groups, you know, it'll show me that. And then you can put in a category. I always put in business to see what business groups are here. But you could look and see if there's a travel category, you know, and put in your zip code or Statesville or whatever. And then it should show you if there are any groups already that are serving, you know, for
maybe they keep track of all the inquiries that didn't have a meetup.
Yeah, there's one in Hickory right here by my house. I seen already right there in Hickory.
Yep. So, you know, I mean, sometimes you can take over a meetup group. You can definitely start a meetup group. A meetup group, you said $84 a year. That probably sounds right. Or you can do $20 a month if you want to pay month to month and not get locked into something. You can do that. So, and I think there's a way to get.
I think Donald said $24 a month, didn't you, Donald?
Where it was going to let you to go through the whole thing, I think it was 89. There was a couple different.
I know, but by the month it was equivalent. It was cheaper to like if you did a 6-month commitment, but I think by the month, but they really would. It sounded like Donald said that they wasn't really allowing you to take it by the month. But but in the actual deal was like $24 a month, and then it went down in price for a 6-month commitment, and it seemed like they were almost demanding the 6-month commitment.
Well, that's kind of weird. Although I think somebody bought Meetup recently, and they may be changing the rules of the game. So anything's possible right now because there's a lot of buying of companies going on, and I think Don actually saw something where Meetup had been bought by somebody recently, so it could change. I know that it's been $19.95 a month on a monthly basis for quite some time, but yeah, they may be changing.
I think it was something like if you did it like made a 6-month commitment, which was almost like they're demanding to do the 6-month commitment. What Donald read to me, it sounded like it actually went down to $18 a month doing it by the 6-month commitment.
I gotcha.
Equivalency of you pay a one-time 6-month fee, but it's equivalent to $18 a month.
Okay, well that makes sense. Well, just understand so that you understand how Meetup does work in that way, because you're right, Donald. Part of what you're paying for is the fact that meetup.com has ridiculous amounts of traffic. So actually, I could go in and do a share screen and just show you the back office of one of our meetup groups, because I'm now organizing 2 of them here, and I'm hoping both of them become good lead generators for me. So, all right, let me go to meetup. All right. So, and it might take a minute to load up here. There we go. Okay. You see my meetup screen?
Yep, see it.
Okay. So this is the next meetup that I'm doing. And I'm doing this in the methodology that I've tried to get NeoThink people to listen to, but nobody wants to hear it right now, or nobody wants to take action on it. And that's okay. I have no problem with that. But this meetup is actually, it was started, let me see if I can, it'll let me go into the actual meeting. This meetup was actually started, see what the background is?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It was started as a place where we intended to demonstrate what the 12 Visions Party is all about. And so that's what this meetup group is. And so you can see, we started this on July 4th, 2015. It was me and Dawn and Craig's friend Bobby. And you can see right here, 183 people are attached to this meetup group. Now, I've sent maybe 20 or 30 people to this group to become a member of it. All the rest of them found me because we're on Meetup. Okay? So just understand, that's what you're paying for, is you've got your own web page, and you know, part of what's really important when you put this together is it says down here, it says we're about. Well, you have to give them all of these categories. So you can see we put in self-improvement, politics, social enterprise, independent voters, constitution. We put all that stuff in there, but we also put in social entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship. So those were all the different things. These are the things people search on when they're looking for a meetup group. So if you start a meetup group, you want to make sure, like if you were going to do one about travel, you'd want to have travel in there, but you might want to include entrepreneurship since it is a you know, business opportunity. And you'll find other terms you want to put in there because it's those search terms that will help people find you. Okay?
Yeah, I like that.
So, and so now here's the other part of it for you to understand is that, like right now, we're doing this one next Tuesday. So whenever you want to hold a meetup meeting, you know, you get to put together this whole little page, tell them what you're going to do. And for me, this whole presentation we're doing that we're calling Discover the Power of Teaching People to Fish, and we're focusing on an organization right now called Single Women with Children. And so that whole presentation explains how we're using our network marketing programs to mentor people and teach them basic entrepreneurial skills. So in the presentation, we mention Legal Shield, we mention iClub Biz, we mention eVantage Card, and we mention Longevity. So they know right up front we're using those programs as part of our mentoring. And they're invited to come into the team, pick one or more of the teams to come into and become some of our mentors working with these other people. So this is a recruiting tool for us. It's just we're focused on our Friday Night Essence. That's what our Friday Night Essence is all about. And so it's recruiting, but it's recruiting around our Friday Night Essence. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So I was hoping at one point in time, Donald, you were going to come out this way on one of the days when we did this presentation. And I was really hoping you would come so you could see what we're doing and how we're doing it. Because, you know, we're inviting a lot of small business owners to come out. And the beauty of it is we expose them to our business opportunities. We're totally working in our Friday Night Essence. And at the same time, you know, we're working on building the team but we're demonstrating this, what the 12 Visions Party is all about. Make all the people rich, including the poor. So you can do a lot with meetup groups. Like I said, got 183 people. And every time you set up a new meeting in Meetup, and then you get to make an announcement about that meeting, and all 183 of these people get an email.
Wow.
Letting them know about your meeting.
Are you doing your meetings physically, or are you doing your meetings online?
Right now, we're doing them physically. You're right, though. We could consider trying to do some online. And in fact, that might be a good idea for the new year, huh? We could try doing one a month physical and one a month online and just see if we get more people to show up for the online. We might. But right now, because we have a facility here just outside of Raleigh called the Frontier, which is an entrepreneur incubator. And they have a whole bunch of conference rooms that you can use for free between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. So that's what we're doing. See, it says meeting room gravity at the Frontier. So this Frontier, we get to use for free.
That's cool. Yeah.
Okay. So does that better help you better understand the meetup environment and how you can use it?
Yeah, it does. Yep.
Okay, so you can see right here, it always shows, you know, that we're attending, me and Don, and there's Craig, but we got this gal coming, and I'll tell you right now, this gal, now I pray she makes it this time. This is the third time she's RSVP'd, and she hasn't quite got there yet, but she's an amazing woman, and she is in a very good space financially in her life, and I know that she has a huge heart for single mothers. I think that's why she quickly RSVP'd for this. So, you know, I'm praying there's a way to get her engaged in this, because she would be a very cool person to have on one of our teams. So that is what we do with Meetup. That's how we do it. And like I said, every time you do a new meeting, 183 people get an email about it.
And all these people are in your area, right?
Yeah, they probably wouldn't join unless they were, because when people are joining meetup groups, they're looking for meetup groups in their local area that they can get to easily.
But if you did one physical and one online, that your online would allow your clientele to or your followers to be in a broader area.
That is true. That is absolutely true. And, you know, we've been trying to focus in the immediate area, but, you know, that's a really good point. And there's nothing saying that I couldn't schedule something and just in here for location, you know, I could put something in there about, you know, your own living room.
Just like you're doing tonight.
Huh?
You could do a deal just like you're doing tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. And I could put a Zoom link right here, you know, that people could just click on when they're coming to the meeting.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, I like that then. That's something cool.
I mean, meetups are really supposed to be about getting people face to face. That was the whole reason meetup was created. But, you know,
but I like the idea of both ways. You know that I like the idea of meeting up, that you can actually meet people physically. But I also like I like both ways in a combination.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we all like those automatic ones that just show up, you know.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Well, and you never know. I mean, a lot of people are joining meetup groups these days, but they don't attend a lot of the meetings. I think our younger generations love meetup, and they go through and go, oh, this looks interesting. This looks interesting. And they join all these meetup groups. But most of the time, you don't see a whole lot of them show up. I mean, 183 people may be getting my email, but, you know, if we got 6 or 10 people in the room, we did really well.
Oh, so you also get their email too then, huh, Shan?
Well, no, when they register with Meetup, then they have to give Meetup their email address. I don't think I have direct access, but
Well,
I can go to
what you could do is that you could pass a tablet around every time you have a meeting with the and have them put the name and emails on it.
Well, exactly. And see, that's where iWebAtool becomes very useful, because then you take those email addresses and you put them into your iWebAtool, and now you have a way to be able to email them all in one shot, just like you can do out of Meetup.
Yeah.
That's if they get into the iWebAtool. If they don't do that, then you can still have them on a tablet and add it to your own.
Well, no, but hear this, Henry. They don't have to have iWebAtool. You have to have iWebAtool. Put their email address in the iWebAtool, and then you email them. Okay? It serves a similar purpose as what the Meetup does.
I haven't used it in that perspective as of yet.
Right, I understand. So here's the other thing in here is you can go into your Meetup group and you can actually be able to see who all the members are in there, and you can actually message them directly one at a time in here if you wanted to.
Okay, that's cool.
So you can send them a private message right through the Meetup system. So that is a very cool thing too. Okay? Just so you have the overall understanding about how it all goes. I mean, it is a good system. It is. And it does help to kind of be able to keep track of who's doing what and when and all that good stuff.
So yeah, it would be cool to create a Statesville travel club right here and have an organization of people right here, all built from my Meetup group.
That's true. But part of what you would probably have to be really doing, if you did that, you'd have to be taking the time to look at, make sure you were registered with several travel engines, and then you would be getting emails, if you're not already, from these different travel engines that talk about special vacation deals that are coming up. Because if people who are coming to you as part of a travel club, they probably want that kind of information. So you could be offering them information based on information you get in emails about some of the special travel deals that's being offered through your travel agency, and then you can show them how they can get the same deal.
You could also write to all the places where visas are issued and have them to send you literature of the countries. That's
true. That's true. Absolutely.
And that's sent to you free, and you could maybe put up a bulletin board or whatever of all the countries that sent you deals about their information on their countries, to entice people to come to their country for tourism.
I gotcha. Yep, I certainly do. I certainly do. And just know this too. I mean, we've played around a little bit with seeing what we could do with Facebook, and unfortunately, I have not taken the time, and I haven't asked Dawn to take the time to really try to seriously work with some of the leads that have been generated through Facebook. And God, probably be hard to go back and find them at this point. But I'll just tell you that, okay, we only got 10 minutes left here, but I'll just tell you that the time that I talked about a couple of months ago, when I put something up on Facebook and I put out that question, if you had a closet full of money, you never had to work again, what would you be doing with your time? And I went through that list, and there was one person who jumped out at me that she was like right in my space, because she was like, I would be doing major philanthropy, helping low-income people, be able to make more money and learn entrepreneurship. Well, guess what? That to me said she has a similar Friday night essence as I do. And I went to her and I invited her to one of these meetings, and she actually came out to it. And she told me she was really excited about what we're doing. So, just know that you can you know, generate some good, decent leads on Facebook. You just got to stop and think about what you're doing and who is it you want to attract. Sometimes, you know, putting stuff out just about the travel program is not always going to work. But, you know, if you think about the whole idea of your Friday night essence and finding people who have a dream and they want money for the dream, you know, sometimes that's a more powerful direction. And you just have to look back through all the people that responded to you and see who's got some interesting responses. And sometimes it's just about saying, you know, that person sounds like somebody who's got a dream that maybe I can talk to. And just reaching out to them and asking them if you can have a phone call with them sometime. You can generate leads that way, but you've got to look at it from the right perspective and say, well, okay, so I didn't really expect them to go running direct to my travel site, but they have enough interest that they were willing to tell me what their big dream or their big vision is, and I should talk to them and see if they're willing to come work with us to fund that dream or vision.
Well, I think what Donald had about the meetup, starting a travel meetup would probably be more geared in that direction. Yeah, they could bring more people into the travel club from that perspective, because
Sure.
you'll be offering them, you know, a way that they could be getting their travel for wholesale prices.
Right. Exactly. So, you know, that's all good stuff. And when I see you guys putting stuff out there, I try to add some more things on your comments just to try to give people some other perspectives about it. Because, you know, there's a lot of people who want to do more traveling, and they haven't quite recognized that not only can we save them money on travel, but we can provide a way for them to start building a fund to use to travel with. That's a good thing. That's a powerful thing.
Yeah, I miss traveling. I working on ships for 47 years, and now I've been landlocked for 5 years now, and it seems I get a little antsy and I want to get back out on the ocean.
I believe it. I believe it. That's got to be a big change to go from what you were doing to what you are doing. So
Yeah, I spent most of my life on the ocean.
Wow. I gotcha. Well, and do you know a couple of other things is I am going to go through some training here very shortly with Joe Shoup. I did not realize that Joe Shoup provides some pretty good training regarding email marketing and how to, you know, and he goes different places and buys leads, but he loves iWebAtool. And he is actually massaging the whole iWebAtool system to fit more of what he trains people to do. Well, I'm going to go through training with him, and he's willing to talk to you guys somewhere about it, you know, at least explaining the basics of the system that he uses to bring people together. And he's expecting by January that he thinks Jeff will have everything ironed out and in place, where he's really going to go after some serious email marketing to bring people in. And he's using iWebAtool. So if you want to learn more,
I could get his telephone number from you.
Sure. In fact, yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea to put it up here on a recording or not, but I'll email it to you as soon as we get off. How's that?
Okay, that sounds fine.
That's better.
All right. So yeah, Joe's a very cool
guy.
guy.
He's
a cool guy.
In my second level.
Yep.
Yeah, he does that breakfast. What's he do? He does a breakfast call. I forgot.
Yeah, he calls it the Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he's good. We're very appreciative to have him in the team. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I think you're going to appreciate him even more after the first of the year because, like I said, he's been working hard with Jeff Ebers to get Jeff to iron out some of the kinks in the system. And as soon as they meet Joe's approval, I think you're going to see him go crazy with it. And so he's going to be a good person to listen to and to learn from as well.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see his 30,000 come in.
Well, I don't think he's with that company anymore.
Oh
He's,
no, I thought he was doing his own company there.
well, I don't know. I mean, he was with a startup company that had 30,000 people, but apparently they got real flaky with paying out commissions. And that made him really nervous and said, you know what, I think I'm going to take my people elsewhere. And so, you know, that was kind of when he really started to focus on iClub and what he could do with iClub. And that's when he started talking to Jeff. So, you know, I'm grateful because I knew there were a few kinks there in the iWebba tool, but because Joe is much more experienced in the email marketing side than I am, I knew he would, you know, I knew he would be the better person to talk to Jeff about those things. And that's exactly what he's done. So it's all good. Anything else you guys want to talk about? We're down to, less than 3 minutes. Make it fast.
Yeah.
That's not enough to get into another topic.
Listen, hey, Shan, I told Henry about it, but I just been Googling stuff, like crazy stuff, leads of people that are looking to travel. Well, anyway, and just whatever you think about, just pop up, you know, but anyway, this one company, it's basically, what is it? First impressions. Well, I haven't got.
First impression, then you had the genie.
Oh, the gene. No, that's another one. We're just looking for leads. We want massive amounts of leads, and this one is basically trying to even. What was we were talking about on the first impression performance marketing, Henry? I can't remember. We've talked to so many of them.
I think to me, you was talking more about the first impressions and also the genie. Those two was the two that you talked about the most.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what was so great about it. What made me so appealing about
Oh,
it?
you got 150 free leads right off the bat.
Hmm.
All right, yeah. Yeah, some of these professionals, Shan, they know they know exactly what keywords to use and really how to go along with Google and Facebook and all these other places. I mean, I'm just trying to find like that computer genius guru, you know, someone that can operate this computer and get some leads, because if you really knew what you were doing, you could have massive amounts of targeted. And this one, that's what I was thinking. They're targeted, they're travel leads. This company produces nothing but travel leads. So I went right straight to the source. So this is what it is whatever, you're just getting, just travel leads. So I'm waiting on them to call to see what kind of campaign they do, some type of travel campaign, and they can, and they promote so much for you. But I don't know much about it, but I know it's all travel leads, nothing to do with nothing else but travel. People that are, yeah. So
we're about to run out of time, guys, just so you know.
I love you, Shan. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Shan.
Hi, guys.
Good night. See you next week.
Good noggin.